yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
That was called Deism.
Yeah.
This is called resolution number 9. It was written today. She told me she had resolved for the new year to build relationships that she had let falter over time, and I walked beside her waiting for the other shoe to drop. I am trying to fix the mistakes of yesteryear, you know, she asked, and I nodded knowingly. I want to enter into the year correcting the errors of the past, ensuring that old relationships have been resolved, and maybe make sure that there's everything that needs to be said has been. Sure, I said, switching it up. So what are we doing here? I wondered if you had Barry's number, she replied. I've been trying to reach him for a very long time now with no response. Of course, that was all she ever wanted. Resolutions with everyone else. Resolution number 9, y'all.
Would have watched it too, as in the 70s he watched Poldark with her, indulging her schoolgirl crush on Ross. Perhaps he too had a crush. Would it have been Elizabeth? No, it would have been Demelza. Claire's face registers the sharp, deep pleasure Jim, Joss gave Ellen, Ava, when they made love. Ava can't believe this series adapts the novel so aptly. Actually, it's better than the novel. The novel she started to read in the hospital room while Joss slept, tubes from his arms, bluish in his hospital smock under the quilt she'd brought him from home. Now he is gone, 3 months. She is unable to sleep for days and to relieve the tightness and pain around her chest that had brought her to the emergency room gasping, the doctor telling Ellen to let go, else she too perish. Let go? To relieve this, she was watching what had been aired in the months leading up to and after Joss's death. She watches as Claire washes her hands in the stream, wiping them pensively, one hand for each ring, each husband. He stands beside a tree, his body just as upright and ancient as the tree in its rigor. With adroit opacity, the actor and the hero fused, he asks her if she is ready to return. But she doesn't understand. Claire thinks he is asking her if she's ready to return to his home. She agrees with a sweet but slightly coerced smile, standing up and sighing the way one does at a decision you might as well make, but haven't really. Jamie directs Claire to walk up the grassy hill. She climbs and sees the standing stones. Her face goes pale. She realizes he has called her bluff. It is time to return to her real husband, to the 20th century. The beautiful young actress, taller than the novel's heroine, is walking in a trance towards the biggest stone, compelled back toward the future, to her former husband, to the 20th century. Her younger, but older in time husband, yanks her back, then apologizes. In Scots dialect, he tells her he wasn't prepared to let her go just yet. Yes, exactly. How do you let go? Let go of half of yourself. Let go? To hell with you, Mr. Emergency Room Doctor. But let go he does. Gallantly, he spits out that nothing remains here for her, nothing but brutality and peril. He uses different words, but of course this is the reality for women in the 18th century. She should blog about this, maybe present a paper for the feminist booksellers panel. Jim whispers, yes, this is what you should do, you see? And Joss, I knew you'd come up with an angle, you always do. She watches the hero walk down the hill, his broad back, stiff with hurt, not looking back. 2020, May lockdown. First watch, Heather and her husband. By the fire, he sleeps. Oh my God, this scene. We are both moved. My husband makes that husky sound he makes when he is touched. I can tell he's holding back tears. He's always been a softie. Now the hero wakes to find his love. She's standing there. Tears streak his face. She smiles, and this time she is certain. She's left the standing stones. She has paid the price of choice. Take me home, she says. He rises to her, tears of joy and kisses. Once he loved me this way, that time after the Sunset Strip bar. He still does, perhaps. I stroke my husband's back. 2008, 2013, 2020. What is ahead is behind. The 18th century has been chosen, and the man that goes with it, the man who can accept the 20th century woman. And so I, who upon my birth was mismeasured, a very tall 24-inch baby, I, whom my mother Marta, remembering her 6'4" Scottish-Irish father, Walter William Liggett, imagined as a tall Scottish woman striding through the heather, I, so named, do commence to imagine the sisters Tracy and Carol of New Jersey as Tricia and Merrill of Massachusetts. And I imagine Ellen and English Jim of Virginia as Ava and Czech Joss of New Orleans. And so we begin, once upon many times.
Heather Woodbury. Thank you.
Wow, Heather Woodbury.
Coming up, Jean-Luca.
Wow.
All right. All right. The credit card of doom.
Hey!
Woo! I like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. You thought you were safe, sitting in your room, but you're gonna die. The credit card of doom. Usually I like to try to do original songs, but been working on this cover song, so I'd like to do it. It's an old Stones.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
With ire. The plane slices through the towers. Secretary's fingers blasted from the keyboard into Al-Qaeda's inferno. Man in wheelchair becomes ashes with his friend kneeling beside him. I sit and watch. My head turns left from my computer to the television screen. His eyes say, should I jump or burn? Will I die before I land? Will I faint before I turn into dust? I sit staring at the television screen. Their screams pierce my flesh. Their souls impale my heart. They run from smoke the living. They breathe the smoke the dying. I ride over the Queensboro Bridge. Empire State Building's blue light shines alone. New York City has lost its two front teeth. When I ride the bus over the bridge, I burn with them. I jump with them. A little bit of me is gone, like them. My towers are globs of steel, laced with torn fingers, detached arms. One lonely shoe belongs to a lady that lives. She sees the picture of her shoe in the Daily News, looks in the mirror, and lights a candle to honor her next breath.
Yeah.
This is the last one. This is called Beat. It's a real beat poem. It was written because someone asked someone. A bunch of people, after 40, they start asking you, when are you going to retire? What are you going to do when you retire? That question really pissed me off.
Yeah.
Beat starts, heart thumps. Beat of time wrinkles your mind, flesh is not lined. Do not cave to the beat of time. Rock your mind, body will dance. When will you retire, retire, retire? Or die in Florida or burn under sun? Rest, rest, rest. Time to age. I rage at time. I control time. I decide time. I do not retire or die in Florida or Arizona. I take water and red rocks, climb higher and higher. Poets do not retire. Fighters and rebels do not retire. We get higher and higher till we bleed reality and suck the blood of the retired. Wake the breathing dead. Blast beat of bullet words. Wake up the retired. Sing out loud. Do not retire. Dance naked. Follow the fire of beats. Beat of tunes, rock and roll will make you whole. Jump to the beat, party with life, rip her clothes off, and end his silence. Dance like animals in heat, fucking like beasts. I retire, normality. Paint red, green, neon pinks, yellow circles of sun, beating black shadows on gray streets, on this city that never sleeps. New York City does not retire, gets higher and higher, braver when blood strikes. New York City does not retire, gets hotter in the beat of hot streets. He tells me, move to the country. The trees, hammocks rocking to the breeze. I say no. I stay in city streets, dance to beat of words, bleed New York City into my soul, dancing my rock and roll, angering the retired into life. Grab your cock, wet your cunt, and come. Come, come, orgasm, scream, it's not a dream. Beat of your heart, beat of drums, pulse of city streets. Do not retire, reach higher for the beat. Heat, red like blood, your soul not meant to be quiet. Be a riot, be a scream, be the beat of a rock and roll dream. Speed, jazz beat. Do not retire, don't stop the clock. Keep beating, repeating the fire of beats. Forever drumming, forever coming, forever breathing, fucking to the beat. Do not retire the fire, just burn, burn, burn. Yeah.
Good play, come back. All right.
Repeats, but we did this before, but we didn't do it with Roberta, so it's repeated, but we're doing it with Roberta. Moses is riding on the dinosaur, crossing the Red Sea.
I don't want to wait till the fall by my window garden. If you'll walk the aisle, I can crawl from my window garden. I don't know what I was thinking, 'cause the crowd had begun to depart. This machine that is beating my heart would mean nothing without you. Summer long, you and I, all summer long. Thank you. I think I remember this one. You can hit the throttle, drive to any town you want. I won't try to follow, I know when I've lost. When you greet that city skyline, and your heart can hardly beat, will you take the time to smile in a moment left for me? You can tell your stories sitting with your friends. Roll your eyes, remembering all your crazy men. When they're ripped like empty letters, left to flutter at your feet, will you tell a tender memory in a moment left for me? You can for the day. When they're waiting at the doorway, as you drive on down the street, will you let your water ripple in a moment left for me? Thank you.
Glenn Greenberg, yes.
The keyboard we used upstairs, eh?
You're still out.
Gideon Rand Sound. So yeah, that was a Friday to remember. Who was there? The end of the year.
That was my Wednesday.
Yeah, that was just. You had to go to bed early that night. But he was there. And
That sounds nice, man.
thank you. I don't know what to say. I guess I'm going to use it.
You know, if you want to just get up to the piano, just turn it on and off again.
That's what Jason said too. Okay.
It's your keyboard.
Yeah, but I don't. I want to talk about the cheaper they I touch sleep, sleep and let me wake again. I touch sleep while intent on meditation. Into my mantra, thoughts of you intrude. Great ball of sleep, I touch the ball of sleep. Great thoughts of you, I touch the ball of them. I touch sleep and a jolt awaits me there. I touch sleep, rigor mortis in my muscles, into a basket where a snake awaits. Great ball of sleep, become eternal sleep. Great thoughts of you, become an avalanche haunting into micro world built on thoughts of you. All the thought of you, all the thought of you, all the thought of you. Through a shattered glass, shattered on the floor. I touch sleep, though I go, I hold a thread, or lose it. Witness while I leave my presence. Someday I vanish as the thread unwinds. I'm so relaxed, I feel my muscles melt, and then I wake and feel my muscles cramp into the world. Within an avalanche I touch the ball, and then my muscles cramp. I touch sleep, sleep and let me wake again. I touch sleep while intent on meditation. Into my mantra, thoughts of you intrude. Great ball of sleep, I touch the the ball of sleep, great thoughts of you. I touch the ball of them into the world, into an avalanche, into the world. Now in the same key. Can you remember as if we were never there? As draining conflicts drift away, as people die or move, we're gazing in outside here where the people we engage are those we fight inside there as the sun sets on our Sunday. We're leaving our observatory to where our inner stress intensifies. The battle of opposing sides. Do nothing, no damage, meet me here next Friday. So remove from Monday, enjoy our Sunday walk. Explain and explore how we mow while we're mowed to dust. Where every particle has its story, which tell it must be for reverting to inertness as garbage detritus. And as the sun sets on the mountain of our maze, by angling with the cloud forms it can set the sky ablaze. The last time I came out my heart was fine, my mind was strong. But damage is what comes from my succumbing to your surgeries. We're leaving our observatory to where our inner stress intensifies. The damage of opposing sides. Do nothing, no damage, meet me here next Friday. So remove from Sunday, and as we talk we walk, explaining, exploring, grinding as we're ground to dust. Where every particle has its story, which tell it must be for reverting to its status as garbage detritus.
Peter, I promised to finish that song. We were actually working on that song right now, and I got caught up in doing this little
Right, we're recording more with Joe then? Yes.
And okay, so coming up, we got John Burke, Heather Woodbury, John Luca on deck, double deck, and Captain Lonzo and Hardy.
I go back to the farm and
and Bach. It's the New Year's Eve, the bill collectors are on reprieve. Still all I wanna do is grieve. There is some place that I can never leave. Hallelujah, never scar in my face. Unending fear all over the place. Something somewhere's bound to explode. I close my eyes, I see Jesus down the road. How much love can I stand? Back to the farm, but mother lost the land. To the farm, mother lost the land. I work in the service industry, so this is about your weekend not being really a weekend. It's called Today is My Friday.
Well, we've got Peter DeSouza coming up next. After that's John Parker.
So yeah, that was a Friday to remember. Who was there? The end of the year.
That was my Wednesday.
That was his. I know, he had to go to bed early that night. But he was there. And then, yeah.
So nice, man.
Thank you. I don't know what to say. I guess I'm going to use it.
You know, if you want to just get up to the piano, just turn it on and off again.
That's what Jason said too. Okay.
It's your keyboard.
Yeah, but I don't. I don't want to talk about. I don't want to talk about the cheaper they are. I touch sleep, sleep and let me wake again. I touch sleep while intent on meditation. Into my mantra, thoughts of you intrude. Great ball of sleep, I touch the ball of sleep. Great thoughts of you, I touch the ball of them. I touch sleep and a jolt awaits me there. I touch sleep, rigor mortis in my muscles, into a basket where a snake awaits. Great ball of sleep, become eternal sleep. Great thoughts of you, become an avalanche, vaunting into micro worlds built on thoughts of you. I say, all the thought of you, all the thought of you. All the thought of you. Through a shattered glass, shattered on the floor. I touch sleep, though I go, I hold a thread, or lose it. Witness while I leave my presence. Someday I vanish as the thread unwinds. I'm so relaxed, I feel my muscles melt, and then I wake and feel my muscles cramp into the world. Within an avalanche, I touch the ball, and then my muscles cramp. I touch sleep, sleep and let me wake again. I touch sleep while intent on meditation. Into my mantra, thoughts of you intrude. Great ball of sleep, I touch the ball of sleep. Great thoughts of you, I touch the ball of them into the world, into an avalanche, into the world. Now in the same key. Can you remember as if we were never there? As draining conflicts drift away, as people die or move. We're gazing in outside here where the people re-engage. All those we fight inside there as the sun sets on our Sunday. We're leaving our observatory to where our inner stress intensifies. The battle of opposing sides. Do nothing, no damage. Meet me here next Friday. So removed from Monday. Enjoy our Sunday walk. Explain and explore how we mow while we're mowed to dust. Where every particle has its story. it can set the sky ablaze. The last time I came out, my heart was fine, my mind was strong. But damage is what comes from my succumbing to your surgeries. We're leaving our observatory to where our inner stress intensifies. The damage of opposing sides. Do nothing, no damage. Meet me here next Friday. So removed from Sunday, and as we talk, we walk, explaining, exploring, grinding as we're ground to dust, where every particle has its story, which tell it must be for reverting to its status as garbage detritus.
Peter, I promised to finish that song. We were actually working on that song right now, and I got caught up with doing this little And okay, so coming up, we got John Berger, Heather Woodbury, John Luca on deck, double deck, and Captain Alonzo and Heidi.
Hi there, Joe.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year.